Oh my God. When I tell you today has been a day, man, like, mm, man, I'm just so like, I'm grateful for today, man. And Sandy, I just want to say thank you for prompting conversation. Man, earlier today, I was just like sitting at my desk at work. And I started feeling that feeling again, man. Like, this is what anytime I start feeling like burnt out or, you know what I'm saying, like disengaged, disinterested, I get that bug like, bro, why am I here doing this? Like, I just get that nudge of like, I should be doing something else. Like, and so I came across like some of my content and I like put a smile on and I'm talking to Holy Spirit. And I'm like, just help get me through, like the rest of the day. Like do the work for me, Holy Spirit. Like, come on. And so sure enough, I started moving around. But I still couldn't shake that feeling. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like I it's like, me and you have our conversation while I'm driving home. And I'm just telling you that I'm tired. I'm tired. And you're like, okay, when you get home, we're going to do some breathing exercises and we're going to talk. And it's just like, I don't want to talk. I'm tired of talking. Like I don't want to keep doing this. And, we get further in the conversation and you're like, just try again. Like, these ain't the same circumstances, blah, da, da, da. And I'm in my mind, I'm like, how are these not the same circumstances when I'm still waiting on the same things? But I'm in the car and I'm feeling the way because it's just like she don't get it. She don't get it, man. So, fast forward, I'm home. I'm just trying to get in my mood, just unwind. Do things that I enjoy doing. So I start vacuuming the floor. I get a text from my aunt. She like, talking to you really touched my soul. You are so amazing. And I'm just like, you don't know how much you blessed me last night. You don't know how much that conversation blessed me last night. Man. So I'm like, okay. You sent me the Temple Tuesday joint. Prayer night. And I was actually gonna go to prayer night, but I was just like, I didn't feel like it. I didn't feel like going. So I didn't go. Man, I turned the link on to Tuesday night prayer. And the lady that's preaching, she talking about like knowing God's voice. Man, come on. And she started playing sound bites of like The Lion King, Barack Obama, Bishop Murphy. Like, basically, like, within 10 seconds, you can recognize different people's voices, right? But it's like when you hear God's voice, it's like you unsure. Now, let me just pause right there, okay? I keep my vacuum in my office. And I wanted to vacuum my bedroom floor, right? So I had to come in the office to get the vacuum cleaner. Man, this is good. This is so good, bro. And when I walked in here, I was cleaning my room, which is why I want to vacuum. So I was taking 2 postcards that was sitting in my room on the windowsill. Every time my little brother travels, he brings me a postcard from that space. So I'm putting the postcards with the rest of my postcard collection, which is also in my office, right? So I put the postcards up and I step back and I look and I said, man, look, I can't wait to hit all of these spots. And I looked up and it said Times Square. And I looked, I said, man, I was in New York this year. Ain't that crazy? You know what I'm saying? But I was like, And right before I left out the room, I see my books to be released sign that's on my wall. I got it written down. Let me see. Can y'all see it? Nah, y'all can't see it. I'm going to have to show it to y'all. And on this junk, books to be released, it's Finding Your Exit Door, motivational greeting cards, spiritual Bible /journal. Like, it starts to just go down the list of the things that I have written to be released, right? Now I got to put my glasses on because I can't see. So while I was standing there, I saw Jeremiah 29 verse 11. And I looked, I said, dang, I ain't looked at this sheet in so long. I forgot that verse was down here, right? So Jeremiah 29 verse 11 says, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. So I'm talking to my auntie last night, right? She like the commas and the periods mean something. So like slow down when you read so you can understand it, right? So now it's like when I read it, I slow down and I'm just like breaking it down. So basically what they just said to me is, for I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. God basically saying he know what he got laid out for you. You know what I'm saying? Like he has the plans for you. You ain't got to figure them out. He already got them. They laid out. Okay, bet. Now he started giving you just a little detail about the plans. It say plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future. So basically these plans are going to be good for you. Like they're going to help you grow. They're going to help you prosper. They're going to help you level up, right? And the plans are not to harm you. Meaning these ain't going to hurt you. Dang. So anyway, this is the verse that I read right before I walk out the room to go vacuum my floor. All right, boom. So I go over there and vacuum my floor. I decide to turn on the church prayer, the night prayer that my girl just sent me. And like I said, this lady is talking about basically hearing God's voice. And it's like you can hear and recognize all of these other people's voices. But then you be like unsure if you're hearing God's voice or not, right? So she go on to drop a few gems, and she basically say that so her acronym for tonight is sure, right? SURE, right? So she breaks down what it means. So she says God's voice is specific. God's voice is unusual. God's voice is reassuring. God's voice is enlightening. And so I'm like, I'm listening like, it's like, that's good. Like, and it made me start thinking like, yeah, because when I've heard God's voice, it's been very specific, like very detailed, very to the T. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, yeah, that's good. And then she's like, unusual. It's like, nah, for real, because I feel like I done heard God just talk through some unusual things. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, like looking at that poster on my wall, like, and this is the scripture down here that I haven't read in a while. It's like God's way of talking to me, like, listen, I have these plans for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, these plans are gonna prosper you. So it's like, I know you tired. I know you got going on what you got going on, but like, trust me. I know I told you to do all of these things that I told you to do. Expand on all of these ideas I've told you to expand on. And you feel like ain't nothing happened yet. It's like, I got you. And I'm saying earlier today, bro, like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm tired. And it's just like, shoot, man. The next one, she says, God's voice is reassuring. Man, come on, bro. So I'm just like, bro just reassured me. Even talking, like, my girl, she like, just try it again. Like, are you gonna let me, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I want to help you, are you gonna allow me? She said God told her to ask me something earlier today. And in my mind, I'm like, she knows she ain't even have to ask me that. Like, of course I'm gonna help you. Like, you're my girl, of course. But it was just like, you know how sometimes, even though you know something, you still gotta ask? Like, just to still make sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit, I don't know, make sure nothing ain't changed. Or if it has changed, like, let me ask you again. Man, bro. So as I'm standing in my room vacuuming, I had stopped and I sat down on my swivel. And I was like, Lord, what is your will for my life, man? Like, what is it that you want me to do, bro? Like, here I am. You know you have all of me. Like, I've literally given you my entire life. I've said yes to the things that you have asked me to do. I haven't always been straightforward about doing it or even doing it in the time frame that you want me to do it. But I say yes. Like, I'm working on some things. And it's just like, you've given me so many ideas, bro. Like, when I wrote that prayer about, and I got it. I got the prayer. I got to talk about the prayer. But I had wrote a prayer, man, sometime last year or this year. And I had prayed over my creativity. Like, I had prayed that, like, I didn't believe in my creative writing skills at all. At all, bro. Like, somebody else could write the same thing that I'm going to write, and I'm going to be like, yo, that was so mind-blowing. Meanwhile, it's my words. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I just struggled in believing in myself in that area. And I always have. Like, even when I used to write my songs, I would try to get so many other people to help write my music just so I wouldn't have to write it, because it's like I didn't believe in my writing skills. Like, and the one song my first song that I wrote, and well, it actually got published, the On and Poppin', that was the first song that I had written like as an adult, right? And that junk charted. I ain't have no help from a ghostwriter or this or that. Like, that was just my pen game. And I didn't think it was good at all. Like, I didn't think it was good at all. And that junk charted. I was literally on the chart with, who was that? Sierra, Kanye West, Fetty Wap was on there. I think K Camp was on there. Like, my name showing up on there? That's crazy, right? So going back to tonight, and I'm just like, yo, Lord, what is your will for my life? And it's like, he had already knew I was gonna ask him that. That's why he had me look at this books to be released sign before I walked out of this room. And so I'm listening to the lady during prayer, and, she's just talking about, God talking to you in unusual ways. And, the last part of it was God's voice is enlightening. And it's just like, yeah, that junk have you like, oh my goodness, like, wow. And that's what happened tonight. Like, it's like he gave me a revolution, bro, or a revelation. It was like, basically, today, I really talked about how tired I am. Like, not sugarcoating it, like, not beating around the bush about it. Like, no, very like, yo, I am tired. And one of the things about me is like, yeah, I wear many hats. I was even getting ready to change my logo. This is so crazy how all of this stuff is just so together. I was up the other night changing my Naye Liggines logo. And I was adding a fedora to it. Because those are the type of hats that I like to wear. But also it represents that I wear many hats, right? I looked at the logo and I couldn't get with it. I was like, nah, maybe I don't need to change it. Yeah, just let it be what it is. Like, it's good. It's good by itself. It's fine. And it's like, there it go. I'm always trying to add something more to me as if it's not good already. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm listening to other people's feedback and, and not saying that their feedback is wrong or anything, but it's like, it's not God's feedback. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like I'm constantly trying to add stuff to myself I'm just constantly adding stuff to myself because it's just like, I'm well-rounded. Like, I could do anything. You know what I'm saying? And so, but just because I can do anything don't mean I need to do everything, right? And so I'm just like, the reason I wear many hats is because I've had to, play different roles. I've had to, meet different people. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, I had asked God when I had asked him, like, what is your will for my life? Like, do my plans align with your plan? Like, Are we on the same team? Are we on the same page? Do we want the same things? Like, you know, just very much having that intentional time, bro. And he showed me clear as day, man. I've never seen this, man. I've never, ever, 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 ever seen this. Man, this is so good. So, for anybody that know me, bro, you know that, like, I can do video production in my sleep, which is why I'm a showrunner. Like, I can do production in my sleep. I done got that good at it. When you want something done, people call me. You want something in order, people call me. You hear me? And so, everybody always talk about, like, when they see me on set, it's like, oh, like, you really good at, like, taking charge and leading people and directing people and, you know, making sure things flow. Wow. Right? And it's like, okay. It used to require a lot out of me because the real me was shy. Like, the real me is shy. Like, I'm not a people person for real. Like, I really be chilling. Like, you ain't got to talk to me. I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool. You know? And it's like, through video production, I have been able to sow so many seeds. I've been able to teach so many students, so many people, like, through production. But when I was a teacher, I remember one of the things that most of my students would say is, you taught me so much stuff about real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, when it came to my students, like, I taught them production and stuff, but what they really enjoyed was me motivating them, me dropping gems on them, me telling them, giving them the game, hey, start writing your stuff down now. You feel what I'm saying? Start figuring out what you want to do now. Start just trying it now. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm talking to my auntie the other night, and she like, yeah, you gon', like, I don't know how you feel about kids, but you gonna touch the youth. Like, they need your voice. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, it's like I wanted to do video, and God wanted me to speak. God wanted me to sow seeds. God wanted me to talk to the people. And so when I asked, like, okay, are my plans and your plans aligned? Like, are we working together? Are we on the same team? He made them go together. Like, through creativity, I've been able to talk to his people. You know what I'm saying? For a long time, I was behind the camera. And then I started getting that notion of, like, no, I need to be in front of the camera, because I got something to say. When I was behind the camera, I used to be quiet until it was time for me to direct. You feel what I'm saying? But when I was just a camera operator, I was just quiet. I'm learning how this go. I'm learning how to talk to people. I'm learning how to use your voice. I'm learning how to be firm. Ba-da-da-da-da. And so I'm just like, dang, man. He just started basically showing me tonight, like, through my journey. Like, he been lining it up, right? But I'm tired because I don't know how to walk away. Yeah. I don't know how to walk away. And so, me not knowing how to walk away has caused me to stay in spaces longer than I needed to or I should have, which has resulted in some type of trauma somewhere that's been tugging on me because now it's baggage and I'm tired. Versus, had I been obedient, had I left when they said leave and speak when they say speak, like, I would have been straight. But I didn't do that. And so it's just really tonight, it just gave me a revelation of like, bro, change how you doing it. Like, you're on the right track. You can, yes, I've given you 1,000,001 ideas. And we don't know what we're going to do with all of these ideas. You talk about you want God to set your family up to where they can still enjoy life without you. You say you want to vote. Well, if he don't give me the ideas to have a vote, a surplus of ideas for the vote, there won't be any vote. Or it would be a vote, but it would be empty. And so it's just like, you're doing the things that I have prayed for. And you started putting it in my face this year. Because it's like, I'm overlooking it. I'm overlooking it so much that you put stuff in my face right now that I cannot unsee. You hear me? Like, I gotta see this stuff every day because it's a reminder of like, hey, are you paying attention now? Can you see? And I'm just like, you real wild to me, man. And it's just like, man, earlier I was just like, we was talking about wanting more fulfillment. And it's like, that's literally what this is all about. Fulfillment. Like, living a more purposeful life so you can have a more fulfilled life. That's the whole point of me wanting to do elevation talks. That's it. That's the whole point of me wanting to help people turn dreams into reality, turn my dreams into my reality, because I want to live a more fulfilled life. One of my favorite quotes that I used to say when I was a kid, and I thought it was so stupid to say, I used to say, yeah, man, I want to live life to the fullest degree. And when I would say fullest degree, it's like, who says fullest degree? Like, it made me feel like it was a reminder that I didn't speak well. I didn't talk proper. You know what I'm saying? And so I just, at some point, I had stopped saying it because I just felt like it didn't sound right. But at the end of the day, whether it sound right or not, that's the goal. To live life to the fullest degree. Like, that's the goal. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I'm just like, man, just to see that, going back to even like me wearing many hats, sometimes God has needed me to be, something else in terms of like play a different role. But there's been other times where I haven't been patient enough to see it through. And it's like, my patience has gotten so thin, like to the point where like you can tell, like it's, whew, you know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I sit and I wonder like, man, when did my patience get so thin? It goes back to me being tired. Like, I'm tired because it's like, I've been wearing so many hats, and I'm not leaving enough for me. I'm not putting myself on my to-do list. I'm not making sure I schedule out days where it's just for me and this and that. Like, I'm not taking care of self-care. And if I could be super honest, the word self-care just really started, like, I started hearing that within the last few years of TikTok. Self-care. Like, before that, you didn't hear a lot of people talking about self-care and what is self-care and all of that. And how you should be, you know what I'm saying, like, providing yourself with self-care. Like, you didn't hear nobody talking about that a few years ago. So it's like I'm about to crash out because my self-care is low. You know what I'm saying? I'm not taking care of me how I need to be taken care of. And it's like, I'm not making the time to. Like, yeah, I talk about wanting to be and feel rejuvenated. Go get that self-care and and you'll be rejuvenated. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like God been carrying me and I know that. But it's like, bro, it's some things I'm still trying to show you. It's some things I'm still trying to teach you about you. That I need you to get right now, because if you try to take it in the next season, like, come on, finna speak, bro. You know why you was struggling so bad in overflow this first time around? Because you hadn't taken care of your self-care prior to that. You know what I'm saying? You wasn't taking care of yourself. Like, you had been waiting on somebody else to take care of you. And when I say somebody else take care of you, I'm saying in the sense of checking on you, making sure you good. Do you need anything? How was your day? Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Like, I wasn't asking myself those things. Like, I'm going to give you an example. Anybody know I like live music, right? And so, I had every girlfriend that I've told them, I want to go out and listen to live music. Told the girls the same thing. Like, I always told the girls, whatever girl I dated, yo, I want to go see some live music. So, my ex-girl, she tell me one day, yo, make sure you be ready at 6:30. I'm taking you on a date. Shit. For real? Okay. So, we headed to the date. So, I'm asking her, I'm programmed, like, yo, so where we going? She's saying everything but where we going. And usually, the people around me, they don't know how to surprise me. They always asking me. They'll ask me about the surprise and then be like, okay, be surprised when you see it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like there was no surprise. Like, you have always known, you know. And so I'm, so I know the questions to ask, you know what I'm saying? So she wasn't budging. So we pull up to a plaza. So I'm just looking and I'm like, so I see shopping stores. So I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, come on. Okay. So I'm like, okay, so we must finna go shopping. Okay. So boom, we get to the building. I'm just walking through the door. So then bro called us and I'm like, and I look around, I was like, oh, okay, this is a comedy club. Okay, we're going to a comedy show. Okay, I like that. That's cool. So brought my ID, cool. So she walked in before me. And so I walked completely in. And I look, Man, these people setting up freaking instruments. So I'm looking around and I'm like, bruh, they about to do a live set tonight, bruh. And I was just in awe. I was like, yo, like, I feel like I've been waiting for like 9 years to go see some live music that I didn't plan for myself. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I had wanted somebody else to do it. You feel me? Like, I had felt like, well, I've been doing so much for everybody else and I'm always doing stuff for everybody else. I just want somebody to think about me for a change. And so I was in awe, that she had took me to see the live music. But it was like, as that relationship went on, I struggled planning dates and stuff sometimes because it was just like, well, I've always planned dates. I want to see what everybody else can do. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, I'm always wanting somebody to plan a date for me because I don't plan dates for me. Like, I don't do nothing with myself. I don't take myself nowhere. Like, I'm not doing any self-care. So I was always under the impression, which this is crazy because it's called self-care. Like, I'm thinking of stuff your partner need to do for you. And it's like, although that stuff is like stuff that your partner need to do, but you need to do it too. Like, you need to do it for yourself and they need to do it for themselves. Like, you don't recognize how much you kind of paralyze yourself by just trying to wait around for other people to do the things that you want to do or want them to do or whatever. Like, man, it's like, it kind of makes me wonder, like, okay, what if I had leaned into handling my self-care the way I was supposed to? Where would I be? Like, would I still be tired? Would I still be in this moment feeling like, dang, my pockets are thin, or this, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, would I still be in the same position, basically? And I don't know the answer, but I want to test the theory. I want to test it. I want to see. I want to see if I actually focus on my self-care for the next, well, basically until this, year ends. Focus on prioritizing myself, right? I want to see the difference in where I will be mentally, emotionally, physically, financially. Like, I want to see it in all areas. I want to see what that looked like. Because if it goes how I think it's going to go, it's going to let me know that I really been standing in my own way the entire time. It's going to let me know that, even as I said today earlier, like, I'm tired of sitting right here waiting. Okay, well, get out the way. It's not, you think you frustrated with God, but you're really frustrated with you because you have not done all the things that you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you haven't done all the things that you need to do on this level. And I already know, bro telling me he want to trust me with more. But if I can't be disciplined in this season, when he give me all the different things that he's going to give me, gonna be drowning. Thought you was drowning last season in overflow. This wave bigger. But, like, if you don't get it, if you don't tighten up now, what you think gonna happen? Yeah, you gonna get another opportunity. You know that. Man. Like, it just goes back to the idea of, like, God is working, like, all things together. Like, like for your good and for the greater good. His goodness. Dang, man. Like, he been building my skill set so that I could be creative, do more of what he's called me to do. You know? Like, shoot, man. I just feel like in this next season, I don't know, like, all the skill sets that he's been having me build, like, I'm gonna use it for the kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, like, writing, songwriting. I didn't believe in my pen game then, but I believe in it now. So I know it's strong enough to write a gospel single. You know what I'm saying? I know it's strong enough to write a few gospel records. You know what I'm saying? Like, even when it comes to writing books. I just wrote my first Christian book. Like, what? And that junk gonna be mind blowing. That wait till y'all see, man, finding your exit door. When I tell y'all that junk gonna blow your mind, man. All I'ma say is, when I drop the link for the pre-orders, y'all better go get it, bruh. Cause I'm telling you that, yeah, God, the way he did this, and he been telling me to write this book. He gave me the vision about this book back in January of 2023, and I was fasting. During fasting and praying, we was on a fast. Man, bruh, y'all will see. I got the video for it. I'm telling you. But man, the way this junk just came back full circle tonight, man, I'm in awe, bruh. It's got me wanting to tighten up so much, bruh. Like, cause when I tell you I've been tired, I've been tired, bruh. Like, but it's just like this year alone, bruh. This is the most I've ever traveled in my life, man. And so it's like he's been still blessing me and giving me stuff like, bro, yes, I hear you. I know. I just need you to get certain things down packed and I got you. Trust me. And it's like, you don't believe me? Okay, here, look. Boom. Send me this. Okay, here, look. Boom. Send me that. Okay, well, Lord, I need a job. Okay, boom, here. Here go create a job. Here. Tell them what you want them to pay you. Here. Man, dog. Whew. Man, tonight, bro, was just so mind-blowing. Like, I'm tired, bro. I'm tired, but in a good way. Like, I'm about to tighten up my attitude, bro. I'm about to start showing up differently, bro. Like, I'm about to just... You finna see, bro, for the next however many days left in the year. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm about to go. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. Listen, this song has been in my mind. Right where you are. Right where you are. God will meet you where you are. I don't know if those are the full lyrics, but that's what I'm saying. And I remember I was saying it this morning. I was singing it this morning. And I said, Lord, man, I need you to meet me right where I'm at. And here he is breaking this thing down for me later on today. Ooh, man. See, that's why it's important to say stuff out loud, man, because it's like, man, for me, it's just being honest, Lord. This where I'm at, man. Listen. You know how sometimes, like, it's not enough to just kind of say stuff in your mind? Like, you gotta, you gotta talk. That's how I be, man. Like, I gotta get it out. Like, I gotta have a conversation. You hear me? I gotta see what's up. So, man. Whew. Lord, thank you for meeting me where I'm at, man. Yeah. Man, come on. All I hear is just ringing in my head. Right where you are, God will meet you where you are. And I'll say, I don't know if that's how the song go, but that's how my version go. Go find the song, sing it, say it out loud, somebody do whatever, man. But yeah, that's it. That's all, man. Until next time, bro. I had to come in here and make this video, man. And that's another thing. I had said I wanted to get back on the mic. I wanted to start telling more of my stories. And we live and direct. You know what I'm saying? Every time something come up, I'm like, oh, I gotta go film it. I gotta go talk about it. And I'm actually enjoying it, man. Like, I love documenting stuff just to be able to have it later and just, it's documentation, it's proof that, like, that moment happened. You know what I'm saying? For sure. I'll holler at y'all, man.